Okay, be honest with me for a second. Are you really happy on your own, or have you just gotten used to saying that you are? And well, if you are new here, this channel is basically me trying to grow, speaking English more freely, and become more confident in front of the camera. There is something I've been thinking about lately because I keep seeing the same kind of message all over social media. People constantly saying things like, I'm so much happier on my own, or I don't need anyone, or being single is the most peaceful I've ever felt. Maybe that's true for some people. I'm not saying it isn't, but when absolutely everyone starts repeating the same thing, I don't know. I start wondering how much of it is actually true and how much of it is something we are trying to convince ourselves of. Because honestly, sometimes it feels like we've turned not needing anyone into this huge achievement. Like, the more emotionally detached you are, the stronger you are. The moment you admit that yes, you would actually like to have someone in your life, people immediately start telling you that you need to work on yourself, enjoy your own company, focus on your goals. And I get it. I really do. Of course, you need to have your own life. Of course, you shouldn't sit around waiting for another person to suddenly appear and fix everything for you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this idea that we are all supposed to be completely fine alone all the time. Before you all come for me in the comments, just think about it for a second. Take away all the quotes about protecting your peace and being your own soulmate and blah blah blah. Just forget about social media for a moment and be completely honest with yourself. Do you actually never want anyone besides you? Do you never want to come home and have someone ask you how your day was? Do you never want to feel like someone is happy to see you? Maybe you are perfectly happy on your own, and that's great. But maybe you've just been disappointed so many times that saying, I don't need anyone, feels safer than admitting. I still want love, but I'm scared it might hurt me again. And that's a completely different thing. Now I'm probably going to upset even more people, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes love really can bring the spark back into someone's eyes. I said it. And I know what some people are going to say. No, you have to find that spark with yourself. No one can make you happy. You can't depend on another person. Okay, yes, I understand that. I really do. But I also think we've taken that idea so far that now we are almost afraid to admit that another person can have a positive effect on our life. Of course they can. The people around us affect us all the time. The wrong person can make you feel insecure, exhausted, confused, and completely unlike yourself. It is so difficult to believe that the right person might make you feel lighter. Not because they magically fix you. I don't believe anyone can just come into your life and solve every problem you have. But sometimes being loved probably changes something in you. Maybe you start laughing more. Maybe you don't feel like you have to be strong every second of every day. Maybe there is finally someone who notices that you are tired before you even say anything. And I'm not talking about some huge romantic gesture. Honestly, it can be something so that another person wouldn't even notice it. Maybe they just remember how you like your coffee. Maybe they text you when they know you have an important day. Or they ask you if you got home safely, and you know they are not just asking to be polite, they actually care. I don't know, I think those little things affect us much more than we like to admit. Because yes, I can make my own coffee. I can get myself home safely. I can deal with my problems, plan my own life, earn my own money, and take care of myself. That's not the point. The point is that sometimes it feels good to know you don't have to do every single thing alone. And why are we so afraid to say that? Why do we act as though waiting to feel cared for somehow makes us weak? I don't know. It just means we are human. People need people. We can pretend that we don't. We can post about how peaceful life is when nobody can disappoint us. We can say that we are focusing on ourselves. And sometimes all of that is true. But sometimes we are just protecting ourselves. And there is nothing wrong with admitting that either. I just think we need to stop lying to ourselves. You can enjoy being alone and still miss having someone beside you. You can be independent and still want to feel loved. You can have your own goals, your own friends, or own interests, a full life as you want, and still feel that there is a part of you that wants to share it with someone. That doesn't cancel out your independence, and it definitely doesn't mean that you are desperate. It means that, like most people, you want to matter to someone. You want someone to choose you. You want someone to care about the small details of your life, even the boring ones. Maybe love isn't the only thing that can bring your spark back. Of course it isn't. But can it bring it back? Honestly, I think it can. So tell me what you really think. Are people actually happier alone? Or have we simply become afraid to admit that, deep down, most of us still want someone to love us?